Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sharon and this is Classy Shades Designs.
It's Tumbler Tuesday. Let's create a cup. So you can see that this cup already has some glitter residue on it. It's because I was trying to do something else and it just didn't turn out. It was a complete flop. So I cleaned the cup off while the epoxy was wet using baby wipes and alcohol 100% to get it off. And this is where I was able to get it. Now I'm going to just do a soft glitter flow, which basically means we're just going to put glitter on this cup and allow it to mix together because I'm putting an extra amount of epoxy. I'm using 20 mLs of epoxy on this cup. And then I'm going to come in and using a slanted direction, I'm going to pour a variation of glitters onto the cup. The extra epoxy helps give it some movement, but I'm also using chunky glitters, so the movement won't be as much as it would be if I were using just plain fine glitters. I'm coming in with 4 different colors of glitters. This one that you see me putting on right now is Sailor Moon Crystal by T Glitz. The iridescent pink and silver glitter that you see is one that I think I picked up at Glitter, or What the Glitter. I think I picked that one up with What the Glitter, and I don't remember the name of it. The biggest thing when you're doing a glitter flow, if you can call it that, I'm not going to allow it to flow as much, but the biggest thing that you want to do is not chase your cup, right? Allow the cup to spin and come back to you, then fill in the gaps that you see. And that's what I'm doing here, just rotating back and forth with each color, filling in the gaps as it's spinning. This color that I'm using right now is Pink Panther by T Glitz. It's a beautiful hot pink. It's a fine, and I'm adding fine to the cup because that will help the glitter flow a little bit. You don't want to put too heavy a glitter on it when you're doing the glitter flow because it won't move, right? So I'm just putting light paths of glitter, light passages of glitter as I sprinkle it on there to allow it to kind of give it room to flow. I don't think I want a really big flow where they all mesh together. I just want a soft flow where you can still see the individual lines of color, but then they start bleeding into each other. Right now I'm putting on a really soft light pink. I think this one's called Baby Powder or something, and it was by Glitter Island. That's where I picked this one up at. Just beautiful. Look at how pretty all these colors are together. Hey, why don't you follow me on Instagram, Classy Shade Designs. There you'll be able to see me in between shows, see what I'm doing. Since I'm displaced from my home and currently living with my parents, I don't have a real crafting room, but the things that I do that I can get done, I will show pictures of them on Instagram. Would love to see you follow me there. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glitter on the bottom because this mixture works. No, because I didn't catch the glitter individually on the sheets. I messed that up too. So I'm going to go ahead and put some on the bottom here. I don't normally put glitter on the bottom, or I got away from it because I can't seem to get the cups to be even when I epoxy the bottoms, and I just don't like to give a cup out that's not balanced and even on the bottom. But we'll go ahead and use this mixture and put it on the bottom now. All right, now that I have that done, I'm going to come in, I think, with a little bit of White Mountain Forest to help brighten the cup up, and especially those areas where I put the iridescent white, let that show and pop out a little bit more. And I'm going to pat down any of the glitter shards that are sticking up. Patting these down actually help on the next step. You don't want the glitter shards to be sticking up on this chunky glitter, so you want them to lay down as flat as possible, because when we put on our glitter, our flood coat, once that flood coat dries, we'd have to sand any glitter that's standing up, and that is a absolute pain. So make sure to go through and lay down the glitter shards as best as possible, including around the lip, and then of course on the bottom if you put glitter on the bottom. Now I'm going to let this spin and dry for about 4 to 5 hours before I come back with a flood coat. In the meantime, why don't we check out and see the progress on the house?
I'm excited to see walking up that they have the basement decking on. That is pretty cool. The basement decking is the floor, and if you're standing in the basement, it's the ceiling. They have the holes cut in for the stairs going down, and I see they've started to pour the rocks down around it, which is pretty cool. I wish I could go across this mountain of rocks, but my mom is yelling at me not to do that. I see they've repaired the dirt where it gave way and fell in, caved in, and they've also put on the window well. So they're moving right along on this portion. That's really exciting. I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait. If we can look down through the window here, since my mom won't let me get on the deck, I see that they have all the framing and they have the stairs in. I know it's hard to see, but they do have that stuff in. So cool. We'll just keep on waiting. All right, let's get back to why we're really here, and that is now to put the flood coat onto our cup. I let this baby dry and spin for about 4 hours, 4.5, I believe is what I did. And now that I'm ready to do the flood cut, I'm gonna take 30 ml of epoxy and smooth it over the raw glitter here. Now I'm using 30 because it is a glitter cup, so it's going to absorb a little bit of the glitter down in between each of the crevices, and you want to make sure that it gets in there to help, one, seal it really well, and two, get your cup as smooth as possible. Here's where you'll be able to really tell if you left any glitter shards from the chunky glitter that were sticking up, and once this dries, we're going to need to sand those down. Now, just smooth it out as much as possible, and I'll use a little bit of heat to help make sure that I pop any bubbles, and then allow it to dry 12 hours, at least, a minimum of 12. You want to give this a good time to dry because when you sand it, you don't want any of the epoxy spores to come into the air and make you sick. So allow it to spin dry and sand, and you'll be good to go.